to some business pop culture. So we're going to keep it a little lighthearted, but when it comes to marketing, I have to say these 3 fast food joints this week have really stepped their game up. Okay. Burger King, Wendy's, and Domino's.
Okay.
So there's been like a little fast food marketing war on Twitter and some of the commercials. It kind of started with Burger King. Burger King did a commercial, which looks disgusting, of a picture of their Whopper. Starts with day 1, and then it goes to like, I think, day 30, day 60, and it shows how it got moldy.
Okay.
Which looks disgusting, but I believe their thought process was to show we're serving real food. Mm-hmm. And you really shouldn't be able to take a burger, leave it sit out, and then come back 30 days and it'd be just fine and nothing happened.
That's true.
That means there's a lot of preservatives in that food. And so Wendy's kind of came out with their breakfast, and they've also said that their eggs are made to order.
Okay.
So whenever you whatever you order that happens to have eggs, they're making the eggs as you order. So they're getting that a couple other places. Okay. And Domino's did something kind of neat. Apparently they did some update with their app where you check in when you get there and they know who you are when you get there. And which is kind of neat.
Yeah. I like that.
To promote it, they got the guy Norm from Cheers. Now for our younger listeners,
I might not even know what Cheers
you're like,
is.
what's Cheers? Cheers back, I'm going to probably say late 80s, early 90s, was a TV show that ran for probably like 10 years, maybe more than that. It was essentially about a bar. Every scene was in the bar, just about. And it was the relationship of the patrons of the bar and the people that worked at the bar. And there was a guy, every time he walked in, everyone said hi to him, and his name was Norm. And he was like, everyone would say, "Hey, Norm," when he walked in. Mm-hmm. And I believe he was an accountant on the show, because next to him would always be the male person in his uniform, which I always thought was odd that he was allowed to wear that on the show.
That's true, right?
I always thought that was odd. Now, if you look, it's funny though. If you look, I don't know if he wore like a jacket, but you could tell it was the male person uniform.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
And these people were just drinking every night, apparently, on Cheers. So they used him as a everyone knows your name type of thing. And I thought that was really cute. But Wendy's I don't know who is in charge of Wendy's social media. Mm-hmm. But
I'm looking at their Twitter account now. They're on it. Yeah.
Wendy's is on point. If you want to know how to like get a little sassy and saucy with your social media game, just go pull up the Wendy's Twitter feed.
Yeah.
And just see what they do. Like, they'll start a beef with another company. They have very witty responses.
Yeah.
To different things. It's whoever runs that A+, because I can't think of any other fast food chain that is so saucy than them. I remember back when everyone remembered Popeye's chicken sandwich the first time it came out, and they did a post like, "I don't know what everyone's talking about. We have the #1 chicken sandwich, and they're always available."
Yeah. Oh, let me hear this one. This one, they are real salty on this one. So Burger King is testing a sandwich with nothing but French fries. So that's the post that they're retweeting. And they said, when literally anything would be better on a bun than their beef. Oh my goodness.
Whoa!
That is funny. Yeah, they might have to be in the back room doing these tweets.
I don't know who's doing this. I would love to know who's doing this. I want to know, because it makes me wonder if they have a comedian on file. Like, which sounds like a very good idea. Because Wendy's does come with the jokes.
They do. Oh my goodness.
All the times they come with the jokes. All the time. I gotta hand it to Wendy's. Wendy's, oh my goodness. And Wendy's is also going to be starting to serve breakfast, which is good, which, you know, puts them in a whole nother bracket. I believe they used to serve breakfast a long time ago, like back when we were kids.
Okay.
And they stopped it. So I figured they're probably like, oh, we got to get in this breakfast game again. But because Burger King, they've been doing some things too. They got that Impossible Burger,
yes,
which I have not tasted. I don't know anyone else who's tasted it. I just have a question about it, which is it cooked on the same grill as the beef?
Right. Yeah.
Which I find odd, because wouldn't you not want, if you're a vegan and you know you want to have the Impossible burger, wouldn't you not want to have the juices from the last beef patty on your burger? But that's just me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna get the Whopper anyway, but
it's like it tastes just like their Whopper. That's what I heard. Like, it's almost indistinguishable. So.
Oh, wow.
I'm afraid to try it. I mean, I'll probably try it one day, but I don't know. We'll see.
Well, that's how I am. Like, I didn't do the whole Popeyes thing when everyone else did it. I finally have. On one of my trips back home, I stopped at Popeyes, and I was like, oh, I'll get the sandwich. Honestly, it tasted like a chicken sandwich. Yeah. Now, I will say it was quite crispy.
Right.
It was very crispy. Okay, very crispy. But also that night, my stomach was a little queasy because I think it was a little too oily because of how it was deep fried. And I was like, all right, I had it. I'm good.
Right. You can move on now, right?
Yeah. I was like, this is what, I mean, it was good. I mean, if I was into that, because I've gotten a much healthier lifestyle. I eat a lot more salads now. So, but you know, when you're traveling, sometimes it's kind of hard to pick the right thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, you know what? There's the Popeyes. Let me just get the chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh shoot. Why not?
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I got it. I could say I got it. I mean, it was good. It was all right, but like it just. To me, all of the extraness wasn't necessary.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's good marketing. I think that's mainly what people were buying into, was the whole aspect of, you know, the FOMO of it, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, but that's what fortunately and unfortunately, because, you know, you can be a critic of the culture, but you're also a consumer. So I can't hate too much, but I'm just saying, that's our culture. You know, it's like something new pops up and it, you know, nobody knows what's going to go viral. I mean, who would have thunk of Popeye's chicken sandwich? It just was the right time, right place and right time. You know?
They got lucky.
Yeah.
They obviously wasn't prepared for it.
Definitely not. Yeah. But, you know, that also could have been a strategy too, because how do you increase sales if you have fear of loss? The people were standing in lines for this. I mean, lines.
Not
like, so it's almost like, you know, that's like, you know, part marketing 101. You know, they create a
that buzz.
A buzz, but they take away their product. You know, and people want it. It's like,
and it's kind of funny when they came back. They brought it back on a Sunday on purpose to go against Chick-fil-A.
Go against Chick-fil-A, yeah. But you know, Chick-fil-A in a class by themselves, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It always has lines. So.
But you know what? They manage their lines very well.
They do. I will wait for the Chick-fil-A line because I know I'll get my food eventually.
Go get your food, and you'll have someone come up to your car, take your order. Once they take your order, it's a quick process.
It is. It pretty is.
I mean, you might have to wait a little bit because, especially if you go at certain times, it's, everyone knows according to where you live or where you work or whatever. Yeah. But once they take your order, it's smooth sailing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's, would you like extra sauce, extra this, extra that? Yes. My pleasure. Okay.
Pleasure to serve you. Yes, I love it. Yeah.
Okay. So, they're teaching kids manners over at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
As we all know, if you go to McDonald's, it's a toss-up sometimes. It's always a toss-up. I will say for me, I don't really eat McDonald's a lot. Yeah. Every now and again, I might do breakfast.
Yeah.
Every now and again, just according to what my day is going, I might do breakfast. And I always have to explain, don't put this. Even though, and then, I don't know why, but the one McDonald's I go to, their machine for hot chocolate is always down.
Always down. Their machines are always down for anything.
Always down.
Frosty machine. I don't even think they have a Frosty machine at most places. Because I'm like, how is it? They had I went there to get a coffee. They had something around Christmas time. It was something yummy, delicious sound. I said, I think I'm going to try this. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's down. And I'm like, how can you be like brand new, butterscotch yum yum, whatever it was. And it's down. That's the only reason why I came here. But, that's how what do you say?
Wow. Whew. Well, guys, this has been a very interesting, good show. I think, we broke down about finding your value, some motivation, also giving you guys some business ideas of what you need to do structural-wise for your product or your service. Yeah. Again, if anyone is in a place where they just want some feedback or just to talk to us, we have no problems doing that. None whatsoever. Because you never know what question you have another person may have.
That's
you just never know.
That's right.
Yeah, and you just want
we've done a lot of things and explored and researched a lot of things. So I mean, we speak from experience. It's not like it's not opinion. Because honestly, who's going to come on here and just make it like you got to have some sort of basis that you're talking from. I mean, I wouldn't even feel comfortable if I hadn't gone through a lot of these startup mistakes and stuff.
I've made lots of mistakes, and those are the things that I've learned from. Mm-hmm. I would love for no one to ever have to go through some of the things that I had to learn, and I'll gladly give that out to anybody, because I think I speak for you as well. We just want to help.
That's right. That's it. That's right.
It's not a thing of keeping secrets. I'm not big on that. It's funny because on my Resellqueen, I have a YouTube series called Resellqueen, and people are always asking me, what places do you buy from in this state? What places do you buy from in that state? And I just respond and say, oh, I deal with a guy named such and such at this place. This is their phone number, and this is where they're located. And I've had people like, why do you do that? You're giving away your source. I'm like, do you realize how much my source is loving me right now?
Yeah. But the other thing too is like a lot of, I mean, there's information that I've paid for, and then there's information that I've stumbled on the internet, right? And at the end of the day, I mean, anybody can find out anything if you put a little work into it.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's enough money in the game for all of us that there's no reason that if somebody comes to me and asks me a question that I got to be like, yeah, I'm not going to share that with you because you might be my competition. You might be, you might not be. Who cares? like there's enough people that we got 7-8 billion people on this planet, and there's markets we haven't even tapped into. It's like there's enough money in the game that there's no need to keep secrets or hide information or anything like that. It's like, hey, I found it. You might as well benefit too.
Exactly.
So yeah.
You never know who we know.
Yeah.
I've done business with a lot of different people, different deals, things like that, and people I can just call up and say, "God, looking at this deal, who do you know? Oh, I know such and such." That whole networking is nice. It's nice to have.
Yeah, it's key. Yeah, and here, this is a warning. This is a red flag for all of you. Anytime you're working with somebody or dealing with somebody who is hesitant to share information, that's a red flag. One, it's a mindset of lack. People who have to hide information or be like, oh, I'm not going to share that. They have a lack mentality, and most likely they are not doing well in business, because you can't have a lack mentality in business. You can you can have a budget, you can manage money well, but if you have a mentality of lack, where you see where things are drying up and you have a scarce mentality, that's not somebody you want to do business with anyway. So they're just trying to either manipulate or control you. I mean, it's a stretch, but it's always a red flag that jumps up if I'm talking to somebody and they're like, "Oh yeah, well, I know how to do it."
Right. Well, I always will explain to people.
Right.
Yeah, I always will explain to people. If I've done it already, I'm like, yeah, I've done it. And I'll tell them the truth. It's a process. I'll tell you the process. I'm not doing it for you.
Right. I'm not doing it for you. Right.
Right. If you want my assistance, I will make you do something. I do. Like, I've had people say, oh, I want to go into business with you. And I would say, okay, this is your homework assignment.
Yeah. And see, because I don't feel like I used to feel some sort of way about trying to charge people for certain things, but it's like, if I know how to do something, that's my skill set or whatever, and I ask you to pay me my worth, I would pay you. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you pay me? But I mean, I'm not gonna, like, I give most people enough information that they can do something with, and anything that's in my skill set. I'll give you a perfect example. I had somebody who needed some help social media wise, which is funny because my Facebook account is blocked now, but that's another story. But who needed help social media wise. And now social media is a type of thing, it takes some skill. Like, it's not, it's not just about posting on Facebook. There's skill involved. There's analytics, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I gave her some tips about what she could do to step up her game, right? But like, I got the impression that she wanted a little bit more than some, like, for me to step in and do it. Well, that's going to cost you, because now we're working into my time. That's not something like, oh, hey, make sure your profile looks like this and you mention this and you do this. Things that she can do on her own time, but she's kind of like, oh, well, let's get together. And I'm like, well, let's talk some dollars. It's not the type of thing where, we can just sit down and, that's a skill. People get certificates in social media management. That's not something you just give, you give away, because that's a service that I'm offering.
Right.
That's not information that she can readily find on the internet. That's like, she wants me to do it. So,
yeah, I'm not doing it.
No,
yeah, I've had a couple people that wanted to partner with me and on certain things, and I'm down for it. And I'll say, okay, I did the research. Yeah. This is what needs to be done. This is your assignment.
Right.
They don't get the assignment done, we're not in business.
That's right. It's no need to.
Because I need to know if I can count on you to pull your weight.
Yeah.
So, wow, there we go. We always giving out all these little tidbits to people.
Yes. Oh, okay. Well, that's a good show.
Yes. So thank you guys for listening and watching. I've been Tiffy T, the Resellqueen.
And I am Nicole Flamer.
And we are the mommies that handle business. Bye-bye.
Bye.